Okay, welcome back to part 2. Let's go ahead and finish this up. Let's start by heading over to the top view. And on the top view, we are going to select the object and use the offset command to offset the object. And let's just specify a 0.05 distance, let's say, enter. And just something really small, very marginal to what your original is. Then click so that you have it. And then after that, we are going to subtract the unnecessary amount. So use the line tool, enter, and just click where the edges meet the edges, so something like that, as well as down here. We're just going to kind of click where the edge meets the edge, like that. So we have those two drawn in. I'm going to use the trim command and select everything and then trim off the excess amount. So it looks something like that. And then I'm going to add this part to its own layer. So I'm going to click on it, go over to Layer Properties, right click, New Layer, and call this second part. Okay, and let's specify the color to be, let's say, green. Okay, and let's set this over to the green layer. Perfect. And then you're going to want to turn off both layers, so turn off the green, turn off the red. You'll notice that we have these excess sketches. You can go ahead and delete those, select them, delete them, but make sure you didn't accidentally delete your red and your green. Okay, now let's head back over to our left view and use the move tool, move, enter, go to the top here, select this line, press enter, and then go back to your left, and you're going to move this one slightly up like so. That looks good. On your ISO view now, we can delete these lines as they were more for support. And I just realized this is kind of oval, so it's actually not going to create the opening I was originally imagining, but I'm going to keep moving with it. So use the line tool, enter, and we're going to draw from here to here. And then I'm going to rotate this and use the line tool once more to draw from there to there. So it's going to look something like that. And while we're at it, let's head over here and use the copy tool, enter, and I'm going to use this line, enter, and just create a copy a little bit of ways. And then I'm going to go to my left view and use the copy tool again, enter, go to this view, click on that object, press enter, go to this view, and I'm going to go up a little to create like a shoe top. So if you did it correctly, you'll notice that these are perfectly on top of each other. And then I can use the line tool here, enter, to connect this, rotate, and then use the move, enter, not the move, the line tool, enter, to go from here to here. So something like that. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Let's use the edge surf command, enter, and select these three lines, and you'll see it created that surface. I'm going to turn on the second part now, and I'm going to try to move this over, move, select that object, press enter, select a point, and then this should go at this point right here. Okay, and then I'm going to go back here and use the edge surf command to select these points. Okay, and then use the move tool. Whoops. Enter. And I'm going to select that point and combine it to that point up here. Okay, so that's looking good. I'm going to turn on the red portion. You can kind of see that half shoe profile there. This is too ovaled. If I could go back, I'd make it more circular because it's going to have a narrow opening for the shoe. But that is something you can even explore and do. And lastly, I'm going to use the mirror command, enter. Remember to select the entire object, enter, and then you need a point to mirror across. And there are several points you can choose from. I'm going to choose this one and click, and then it's going to say, do you want to erase the original? Press no. And there we go. Let's take a look at how it turned out. And it turned out okay. The front of the shoe turned out great. The the opening of the shoe was a bit narrow, and if I could go back, I'd probably make this more round. So I kind of made an oval shaped opening, and that will kind of create some overlap, which you can notice. But if I had just made two half circles, I think that could have resolved that issue. Other than that, on the back side, I should have also arced the back instead of going with a straight back, and you can kind of see the results of that. But overall, it was a base prototype for a shoe. Kind of looks a little more like a submarine, but yeah. Hopefully you can take what we did here and actually apply it to design your own shoes, and then work with that. Okay, so still working with this edge surf command, 3D meshes and everything, but that's going to conclude this tutorial. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Peace.